Welcome back to the Hill Aerospace Museum, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Cropper, one of the education specialists here, and I am lucky enough to be here today with one of our crew chiefs, Ben Anderson, and we're standing underneath our B-17. Now, we've got our beautiful museum mystery box here today, and we're gonna step outside of the mystery box a little bit and step inside the B-17. Ben, what can you tell us about your favorite thing that you get to do with working with the B-17?
Well, the B-17, this is an important aircraft in history. It served as a heavy bomber during the Second World War over in Europe and in the Pacific. It helped bring a quick end to the war, and there's so few of them left now. There's only a couple dozen of them left in the world, and it's just a beautiful plane. It's a rare opportunity, so it's pretty awesome to get to work on it.
Awesome. So where are we standing underneath the B-17 right now?
So right here, this is the bomb bay of the B-17, and this airplane and airplanes like it, it was a whole different way of fighting a war, and it was unique to modern warfare, where they took the war back to the industries that actually fueled the war. So they would carry the munitions inside, take it away from the front lines back to the gasoline plants and the factories that built tanks and bombs and things, and so they could stop the war by destroying those factories behind the lines. So this is the nose section of the B-17. It had a crew of 10. This would be the bombardier, and the navigator would sit up here. The unique thing about the American bombers was they had this, which is the Northern Bomb Sight. It was real high tech back in the 40s, kind of like stealth technology is now. And it was unique because the bomb sight would actually fly the plane over the target. So the pilot would switch control to the bombardier, and as he went over the target, he would use this to fly the plane so that it was more accurate. Okay, so this is the flight deck of the B-17. This is where the pilot, the co-pilot, and in this turret is where the top gunner and the engineer, he was kind of like the mechanic of the plane, would be. And this plane, they called it the Flying Fortress because it had up to 13 Browning 50 caliber machine guns, 2 of them right here, and they would use those to protect the plane from the enemy fighters that were coming in chasing after them. One thing that's kind of unique about this plane in here is this little plug-in right here. The crew would plug their flight suits into these electrical outlets because it would get so cold up here, like 50 degrees below zero, that their suits would have electrical wiring in it that would heat them up. Okay, so this is the radio room of the B-17. This is where I've been spending most of my time installing these radios that are here on the wall. They did have a communications guy, the radio man, he was in here. They had to monitor several different frequencies. So that was his full-time job. He was also a gunner if they needed him, and there was a gun that would come out through the top hatch. And yeah, that's where we're working today. So this is the waist section and the tail section of the aircraft. This is where the gunners that protected the sides and the back of the plane would sit and stand and fight. It's still under restoration. We're kind of working from the front back, so there's a lot of work left to do back here, but yeah, there was 3 more men that were back here that would protect the rear of the aircraft.